There's thousands and thousands of kids living on the street, almost an underground class that just slips through the cracks.
Man, it's cold out here, y'all, man.
Chicago really mirrors a challenge experienced nationally.
The youth shelters I wanted to go to, they have waiting lists out of this world.
I've been sleeping wherever I can. I'm just so tired.
The situation that they're in is intolerable, and they run away.
Growing up was real tough because I was in the system.
I was raped when I was 8 and 13.
They have to do what they have to do to survive.
When I'm out here, I drink to keep warm.
I've been selling drugs. You know, I really didn't want to.
They are kids starving for affection, for safety, for support.
My name is Angela. I'm known as Angie.
Going to the mall.
I'm a male to female, transgender. I'm currently homeless right now. I'm living in the streets. I think this is the worst I've ever been through. I was raised in Birmingham, Alabama. Deep down south, very religious people, my family was. I went through a very dramatic time in my life. I was raped when I was 8 and 13. It really, messed me up. I stopped trusting people. After I told my family, this is who I am, I felt that I didn't belong, so I left.
Angie, still biologically a man, first struggled on the streets of New York City in her late teens. A couple of years later, Angie moved to Chicago to live with her sister, but it didn't work out.
I don't have no job. I don't go to school. So how do I eat? Well, I'm a male prostitute. I hate it. I hate it so bad. I really do. I hate it. Because it's like, here I am, out here, working the streets. For what? Just so I could get transportation, go back and forth. I mean, why?
I ran away from my mom's house, the foster homes, the group homes. It was just like a vicious cycle. You didn't feel love, you just felt placed there like an animal.
Candy grew up in Chicago and says she first ran away when she was 8 years old. Like Angie, Candy claims she too was raped as a child. She's been living in an apartment for the last year on the South Side.
I have a place to stay as for now, but if I mess up, I'll be homeless all over again. There's really nobody in my family I can count on.
Candy says her father was legally blind. She has not spoken to him in 8 months. Growing up, Candy admits she struggled with substance abuse.
I had my first taste of drugs at 8 years old. At the age of 11, I started selling drugs, cocaine, rocks, blow, crystal meth.
Only 19 years old, Candy says she already has 3 children. She had her first child at age 15. And she doesn't know it yet, but Candy will soon learn she is pregnant again. Right now, Candy says her kids are out of her custody until she can prove she is drug-free.
I just need to get my kids back. Because the reason why I lost them in the first place is because I was heavily on drugs. I had a little setback, but I'm back on track.
My name is Jermaine. I'm 21, west side of Chicago, born and raised pretty much.
When Jermaine was about 4 years old, He says police found him and his two brothers abandoned in the housing projects. After being there for a week on their own, they were put into separate group homes. Jermaine was a chronic runaway. He ended up living under Lower Wacker Drive, a busy downtown street. But Jermaine left a few days ago. He says a drug lord is after him for some missing cash.
Well, I've been selling drugs ever since I was like 13. Because that's the really only thing that I really known how to do my whole life. I've never had a job, actually, never.
Jermaine and his 17-year-old girlfriend are expecting a child in August. They're desperate to find a place to stay.
It's crazy. This is my living room. Ain't it pretty?
In the course of 24 hours, Angie's life has taken a drastic turn. She has hooked up with a city and state-funded program called Task Force and is off the streets with food, shelter, and the chance to jumpstart her life.
Just want to have a job fair to go to. And that's exciting due to the fact that, as you can see, like I finally got my apartment. So I'm excited. At the same time, I'm frustrated because this is like very hard. You got to find a job. You got to pay the bills. But still, I believe I could do this. I could do this. All right, this is my room. It's kind of a mess right now. Do I have everything? Do I have everything? Yes, I got everything. Oh my God, this place is so freaking crazy. And now I have to get up glass that I broke before I leave here.
Angie had a fight with her roommate, another transgender runaway, that ended with plates flying out the window.
And this area is also a dangerous part because, you know, you have like crackheads and drunks and everything at like the corner. I never had no reason to go on the south side before. By me being a transgender, I have to like even be extra careful because, you know, but it's cold out here.
If Angie does not line up job interviews, she will lose her new apartment during Chicago's brutal winter.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous a lot, actually. Look at me. Who gonna hire me?
Angie realizes her lifestyle could cost her everything.
I feel that I should not have to compromise who I am to get to where I got to go.